Dear students, in our last class, we completed the chapter aldehyde ketones and carboxylic acids. So I request you to go to all the important naming reactions of the chapter because the chapters is very important. Now, today we'll start a new organic chemistry chapter, chapter 4, organic compounds containing nitrogen. In this chapter, we are going to study about the nitrogen compounds like amines, cyanide, isocyanide, diazonium salts. So first we'll see about amines. Amines can be considered as derivatives of ammonia obtained by replacement of one, two or all the three hydrogen atoms by alkyl and or al groups. So amines are considered as derivative of ammonia. Ammonia is written as NH3. If you removed one hydrogen and replaced by any alkyl group or aryl group, then it becomes amines. Say for example, CH3NH2, methylamine, C6H5NH2, aminobenzene, or we also call it as aniline. Next we have got CH3NHCH3. This we call dimethylamine. We'll know how to name this compound when we study the nomenclature of the compound. Similarly, this is trimethylamine. Now, classification of amines. As we know, alcohols can be classified into three types: primary, secondary and tertiary. In a similar way, amines can also be classified into three types: primary, secondary and tertiary. Now, if you see ammonia, NH3, and the first amine by replacement of one methyl group, RNH3, this is known as primary because the nitrogen atom is attached to only one alkyl group or one carbon atom, you can say. In case of secondary, we have got the nitrogen atom attached to two other carbon atoms, and in tertiary we have got three other carbon atoms. So this is the classification of amines. Next will come for nomenclature of the organic compounds. Nomenclature means writing the IPC name of the compounds. Say for example, if you see the first compound in the table, that is CH3CH2NH2. Now, how to name this compound? As according to our IPC system, we have to count the number of carbon atoms. So the number of carbon atom is 2. That means the parent name is ethane. And since there is a amine as a functional group, we write the name as ethane amine. That means the last E of ethane will be replaced by the functional group amine. And the common name we generally call it as, since this is CH3CH2, we call this group as ethyl, and NH3 is amine, so we can call it as ethylamine. Next, similarly we can have this with 3 carbon atom, where we can write down the name because of 3 propane and wine, and 1 is given the position of the amine. Similarly this one, the third one, here the position of amine is 2, so we can write it as propane 2 amine or isopropyl amine. When you write down the amine in a substituent, if you want to write down in the substituent, then we can write it as amino. So we can write it as 2-amino propane, also that is the another name. Similarly, if you see the fourth one, we have got CH3NH, CH2, CH3. Now, this compound, if you want to write down the IPC name, then what you need to do is, you have to give the methyl as N position. That means here we can see N is written. N means nitrogen, and to that nitrogen methyl group is attached, N-methyl, and the longest carbon chain is ethane, so N-methyl ethanamine. Or another name can be, or another name for this can be, you can write it as ethyl methylamine. Why ethyl first? Because alphabetical order we are following. Ethyl methylamine. Is that clear? Next, if you see this one, then here also we have got 2 ethyl groups as nitrogen, so we can write NN. We are giving the position of both the ethyl groups, NN diethyl butane 1-amine. Okay. Similarly, if you go for aromatic amines, this compound, which you are very familiar, where benzene is attached to NH2, we also call it as aminobenzene, or commonly we call this as aniline. Similarly, when you consider the substituted aromatic aniline, so we know the position of this aromatic compound in this. With respect to this and this position is ortho, this and this is meta, and this one is para. So this is ortho position. So we can write down the name as orthomethyl aniline. Orthomethyl aniline. Okay, that is another name for this, or you can name it with respect to the this benzene with attached with methyl, that will become a toluene, and this will become ortho. So ortho amino toluene also we can write. Okay, so in a similar way you can just go through the table and see how the IPC has been named. After completing this, you have got the assignment based on the topics that we discussed. So please try to solve this assignment and send to my mail. Thank you.